Ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel and another OP replay. This time we have a tier 8 and a tank that doesn't often feature in an OP replay, and that is the WZ122TM. Now, I'm not a lover of this tank. It's okay, it can perform well, it's got a nice gun, it can do nice alpha, the armor profile is not too bad, but you don't often see that many OP replays in this tank. But this time on Dead Rail we are watching Nicola, and he's going to perform really well. And you've got to remember, this tank here is a difficult tank to play. I mean, the reload, the DPM is not that great, but it does have a nice alpha gun. It's like a heavy gun. So there are quite a few. I mean, if you look at the mini map, the tank destroyers, there's a couple still in the spawn, there's a couple of heavies gone to the left, and there's a couple gone to the right, and that's usually how this map pans out. Normally that is how it is. The leopard, the PTA there, is gone to the middle, and he's absolutely ripping that PTA apart. Even though that is a tier 9, of course it doesn't have any armor profile, which is great, but yeah, he's absolutely ripping that leopard PTA apart. And you would have thought with the leopard PTA you would have maybe gone into a different position by now. After losing almost all your hit points, maybe now is the time to move. Maybe you need to relocate, but no, he doesn't have any idea whatsoever. However, he's just lost a nasty amount of hit points. Literally just there with a couple of shots, he's lost half of his hit points. So now he has to spend almost the rest of the battle a little bit more less aggressive. So there are a few medium tanks around here. Most of them have lost hit points. Now the Progetto, he's just gone, you know what, I don't want to play. But there goes the leopard, there goes the Indian Panther, and of course he's going to use the AFK for his advantage. So he is going to back up, and of course the T44 is going to go for the easy shot. So he may be, unfortunately, because of the reload on this, he couldn't really take advantage of that. So now there goes the standard B. This T44 still doing damage there, and it's now a 5 versus 5. So he doesn't have the hit points to deal with the T44. The T44 has DPM, however he does have a little bit of armor. So unless the T44 pushes, he should be able to deal, but that is exactly what the T44 is going to do. So he's definitely going to need a block shot. He's definitely going to need some block damage here, because another 10 seconds he might be able to now take a shot, which he will be able to take a shot, and he now does have the T44, but now he's going to be a one shot for the rest of the game, and it's a 4 versus 4. So it's still a lot of work to do. Excuse me. There's still a lot of work to do with a lot of hit points, and of course this is a tier 9 game, and there's still 3 tier 9s to deal with. The 50 TP is still very healthy, and the VK is still very healthy. Not sure on the Borzik, and I'm not sure on the other 50 TP. So 3.3k damage. So even if he does die, he's still done a good amount of damage for this tank. It's not often you see this tank doing a higher amount of damage. So they are winning. They're winning on supremacy points. He can clear the Borzik here, and actually, to be honest, that was a nice snapshot for the gun that this has. That was a pretty nice snapshot. But you can see here the 50 TP and the the VK are both full hit points. It's not going to be easy. 3 tier 9 heavies to deal with this gun is not going to be easy at all. So all he needs to do is stay alive at this point. I wouldn't even be attacking from this position. Quite close up, being on only 49 hit points, I would definitely be sitting back and waiting for my team there to push forward. So and to be honest, he is playing it close, and he is playing it quite aggressive, but he is doing the right thing. He's sitting back behind the rock, waiting for his team to push, waiting for the 50 TP to shoot his team, and then he pokes out to get the shot. So far 4.8k damage. It's still a 3 versus 3. There is the 50 TP who's not looking at him, so he's got it easy easy at the moment. No one wants to look at him. And again, that shot was very, very hopeful. Now the T95 has decided to push in the middle. No idea what he's doing, but what he's actually done is taking the attention from all three of these tanks. And because of that, he's now able to get a shot on that 50 TP, and he's going to be able to back up, hopefully in time before the other 50 TP reloads. And there goes that guy. So it is now a 2 versus 2 and now a 1 versus 1. So I think at the minute, looking at this, how this is playing out, I think the only way he's going to be able to win this game is if he either gets very, very lucky, he gets a bounce, or he just tries to run away and win on supremacy points. But the 50 TP is coming, and there is still a lot of alpha, a lot of hit points from the VK. Now he does get a bounce, and that's exactly what he needs, the first bounce of the game, and it comes at the right time. So he should be able to get this guy on a reload. He does, and now that just makes it a little bit easier. Is he going to go for the win for supremacy points, or is he going to go for the damage? He's already on 4 kills and 6,100 damage, which is still really, really good for this tank. Now what would be perfect right now is if the VK actually went AFK, because as far as I'm aware, as far as I remember, he still has a lot of hit points, and if he comes one-on-one with the VK, there is no way that he's going to win. Absolutely no chance. With the armor that guy's got and the gun that guy's got, all he needs to do is load HE and he will be able to kill this WZ. So instead, he's going to go from behind. Probably the right move, but as you know it, of course, he gets very, very lucky there with the VK being AFK. To be honest, even if he wasn't AFK, I still think he probably would have won this game on supremacy points. But he gets lucky. But overall, he still has a fantastic game and probably deserves that victory. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Very lucky there with the AFK, but it's still he still had to perform well and pick the right targets, you know, and whatever you normally do to get 7,000 damage in a tier 8 tank. So for now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye.